What is going on, everybody? It's
Hello,
your
my
boy,
friends.
Chase, aka CR Media. We are live for another
we are.
edition of the AEW Dynamite post show. I was hanging out with you guys tonight on ABJ's AEW Dynamite watch along and completely forgot that my countdown video is on my old my old laptop. So that was lots of fun. Appreciate everybody joining in with us. Appreciate you guys being patient while there's no countdown video. Get through some of these real quick. Got Hunter Dillon here.
Besides
Steven
Josh throwing
Chambers.
shade.
Huh?
Besides Josh throwing shade about no countdown video.
Well, and then here's what else is funny. Hey guy, you offered your expertise on making entrance videos, and then when I say I need you, he proceeds to say, "Hey Chase, check your messages." I read my messages, and his computer took a fat shit, so he has no computer. So why are you offering your services? It'd be like a hooker with a non-functional vagina being like, hey, I got a service for you. Probably shouldn't have said that, but that's all right. We're live on CR Media.
Yes, we are.
We're also live on Sports Empire Network.
And we're live on my Twitch as well.
Absolutely, guys. So welcome to the AEW Dynamite post show, guys. Where we take everything from AEW Dynamite, we talk about it. We kind of break down the show and talk about what we liked and what we didn't like, and then at the end of the breakdown, we give you the link to come on the show and tell us what you liked and what you didn't like. So
the only condition with that though is that they gotta have a camera.
Yep, you got to have a camera, because if you come on acting stupid, I want to be able to make fun of you on social media. So get through some of these comments here, man. Hunter Dillon, Josh, Steven Chambers, Matthew Holland, all in the chat. We see you guys. Kai, Anthony Blackwell.
We've even got the ABJ.
Yeah, ABJ enjoying the AEW Dynamite post show instead of having to work it. Good turn of events for him. So
consuming the media instead of making the media.
I mean, she has more holes. Canceled. Yeah.
She may not be able to use those holes though.
We're live, pal. Hey, I'll tell you what, Raz, you reacted a lot better to that comment than Josh does. I know Josh, every single time I make a comment like that, Josh is always like, "Yep, there it goes." Which, by the way, want to give a shout out to the I-70 Hot Tag landing another sponsorship. We'll announce that tomorrow, hopefully, If
Make sure
not,
you
we'll
tune
announce
in.
it next week. But
And make
so
sure you
yeah,
tune in into the I-70 hot take tomorrow. It's going to be a good show.
absolutely. We're gonna have Scott Tyler on there, but Josh and I now have 2 sponsorships, local sponsorships here in the Kansas City area for the I-70 hot tag. Very exciting.
That's awesome, man. That is
Um,
awesome, and that is great to hear.
But this is not the I-70 hot tag. This is the AEW Dynamite post show. So my first initial question to you, Scott, would be, how did you like Dynamite tonight?
It was an average show. It was average. It was not great. It wasn't crap, but it was an average show.
I agree.
Yeah, there was things I'd probably have cut out, but that's just me.
Yeah.
So,
yeah. Yep. I would agree with that statement. I feel like it's really weird. I'm not like really big on what's going on with either company right now. Now, obviously, this doesn't count for AEW, but this is supposed to be like WrestleMania season, like it's supposed to be the hype season for wrestling. So you would think like WWE would turn it up, and in response to WWE turning it up, AEW would do the same thing. And I just don't feel like both companies are doing that. So
no, I think we're starting to get that build with obviously the whole Sammy and the bloodline thing in WWE, but that I think you're right. We're not getting the same WrestleMania build that we've had previously, and it hasn't stepped up either company, and it's going to be a bit of a problem. So,
yep.
Right.
Let's get the chat on the screen. Why is
Our boy Jake's here as well.
Yep. Jake says,
shout
"What's
out
up, Jason Scott?"
Shout out to Jake though. Like, he's dealing with extreme cold weather, and
Good.
boy is still here pushing through.
Yeah, good for him.
Like,
he's on my shit list. For those who don't know, for those that aren't aware, let me be the first to let you know, if you've been living under a rock, the Kansas City Chiefs, my hometown team, who I grew up watching, who I've been a fan of my entire life, watched them lose and lose and lose for years, went to their 5th straight AFC championship match this past Sunday against the Cincinnati Bengals and beat the Cincinnati Bengals. And they are going to their 3rd Super Bowl in the past 5 years. And I am very excited. Jake had a lot of shade to throw at the Chiefs after we won. But again, Jake, if you didn't hear me the first time I said it, suck it, bitch.
Sorry, I had to. We're on a wrestling show, so
yeah, that's right. So let's kick this off, man. I thought the beginning match was good. We got John Moxley and Hangman Adam Page.
That lately they have been starting with matches, and it hasn't just been. I like that. That's one thing I'm really liking about AEW is they're not starting it with a promo segment. We're not starting with a 20-minute, half-hour promo segment where we have to sit to listen to someone dribble shit and repeat the same thing over and over again. I like that we're getting matches right from the start, and they're quality matches as well.
Yes, agreed. I think we started off with Danielson a couple weeks ago.
Yeah.
Yep. And then this week we get Hangman and Moxley. My only problem with that is, and I agree with you. I love the fact that they're doing it. I love we're getting quality matches out of it. But my main issue is that if that match is the only match on the card that is like, oh man, like that's really good, then the rest of the show is kind of like,
it falls off. Yeah.
And I kind of feel like that was the issue tonight is I watched that Moxley and
Hangman match.
And afterwards there was, I mean, there was nothing, there was not a whole lot on the show that made me go, "Mm," you
I
know.
mean, we got some good matches, and did have some quality, but there are a lot of things definitely that needed to be pulled back on and taken away. And yes, we'll get to those, um, especially down the backstage segments. But yeah, we'll get to that in a little bit. So,
Absolutely. Absolutely.
but
Um,
what did you think of the fact that they let them fight for a little bit before the actual match started?
I, I think it's leading to something, you know,
Yeah,
like I think either at, you know, obviously probably Revolution is what we're looking at. Um, uh,
yeah.
at, but at Revolution, I mean, like, what do you think it is? Do you think it's a death match?
I hope
Uh,
not.
Death match. Sorry,
I
yeah,
an AEW death match.
yeah,
I hope not. I'd like those two to stay away from each other for now. I get that they are bringing that feud back again, but like we said on ABJ's stream, when you have this intensity of a match week after week, how can you step it up at a pay per view? Like
yeah.
in WWE, you've got the
That,
WWE style of match.
yeah,
Then you may have that two or three matches before the pay per view, and then the pay per view happens, and that's where they go extreme.
yeah.
Um, but yeah,
They go all out. Yeah,
yeah, they don't like WWE has that down in that regard.
yeah.
In saying that, I know that AEW does pick up the ball and run with it at pay per views. So
Yeah. So I mean, like Steven said, may see some kind of stipulation, Revolution Page versus Mox. I could see it like a cage match or a death match or, you know,
yeah,
whatever.
not a
Couple
first
of
blood match because we already know Mox will lose that one.
Yep, absolutely. Mox would lose it in the first 5 minutes. Okay, so couple things I wanted to point out real quick. Number one, Matthew says, "What do you want for Easter?"
Chocolate.
Okay.
Who doesn't
You
want?
know, Matthew, for those that don't know, Matthew, according to Matthew's brother, okay, this didn't come from Matthew himself. This came from Matthew's brother. But Matthew loves professional wrestling, girls, and God.
God.
So if I want one thing for Easter, Matthew, I want Jesus to be raised from the dead. That's what I want. So and then the second thing I was going to bring up, Scotty, is I keep forgetting, and I don't know why I keep forgetting, but I keep forgetting, especially. But I noticed this week because your camera, man, is super close. You
Yep.
got you got the power coins tattooed on your hand.
Yes, I do.
I fucking love that, dude. That is so badass.
Thank you, my friend.
Yes. I fucking love that, man. I keep forgetting that you have that tattoo. And then like just because your camera's so close, I noticed it tonight and I was like, I wanted again to be like, yep, that's awesome.
Yes,
Um,
Kai, you're right. Mox will lose the match coming down to the ring.
yep, yep. I think Mox and Goldberg are the only two fucking people.
We're already off the air.
Yep, we're done.
We're cancelled. It's been nice working with you, Chase.
Anyways, you know, afterwards, we got Claudio and Yuta stepping into the ring to help out Mox. Paige wanted to keep going, but
Yep.
uh, you know,
Do you think maybe they're teasing Hangman joining the Bullet Club? Sorry, the BCC?
no, I don't.
No?
I think the Blackpool Combat Club is as good as dead.
Yeah.
I think they're holding on by a small thread. I think once Revolution happens and Mox goes Um, uh, I think
I'm trying to be good. I'm trying to be good. I'm trying to be good. Whew. Not allowed to sin here.
but I think that once Mox is done with Hangman and Mox gets to go on his vacation, like I said, I think the Blackpool Combat Club is as good as done. So,
But is Mox ever going to get to go on his vacation? Is he actually going to? Like, with the fact that Renee's working there full time?
I do. I think so.
I hope
I
so.
think so.
I actually
I
hope
think
so.
I think that um I think that they pretty much said, "Hey, before you leave, we need somebody in your place.
Yeah.
So you need to give Hangman that rub
Yeah.
and get Hangman to that spot." And I think this is what Mox is doing. Mox is putting Hangman in that spot
Oh, definitely.
to get him to that position. So, um, you know, uh,
It can definitely do. It can definitely
do you see Hangman as a main event guy?
look back when he was chasing the title. I could see him being as a main event guy. Um, after his title run, not really, to be honest.
I'm gonna leave that up there.
Oh, oh,
Uh, that's
oh
right,
no.
Matthew. Uncle Chase loves rubbing too, my guy.
Oh, it makes it worse that you said Uncle Chase.
He keeps calling me Uncle Chase. I don't.
I know.
I know.
It's oh
It's fucking
Lord.
weird, is what it is.
Well, it looks like we're definitely not getting monetized this week. so,
Yeah, that's all right. That's all right.
can I say it?
Yeah.
Can I say it? Can I drop the f bomb since you've been doing it
Uh,
the whole time?
uh,
Oh no, Hunter, no.
oh my god. Hey, hey, just in case y'all didn't know, I'm here to do cowboy shit. So, so anyways, it's funny you mentioned that because I've always seen Hangman as a top guy.
Yeah,
You know, a lot of people complained about his world title run, and you know that's fine. Um, to me, um, and so uh, I think his world title run suffered from the same thing that Cody Rhodes' title run uh, is going to suffer
we'll
from
suffer
in
from.
WWE.
Yeah,
So and here was always the big thing with me about like the bloodline storyline. And you know, I know this is AEW Dynamite, so I'm going to tie this in. So because this is what I feel was wrong with Hangman's
yeah,
Kenny Omega. And like this is what's so funny about people running their mouth about like, you know, oh, Kenny Omega pre AEW was so much better than Kenny Omega in AEW. Like, I don't know if y'all remember or not, but Kenny Omega was running a fucking muck in wrestling when he was AEW champion. He was the AAA champion. He was the AEW champion. He was the Impact champion, all at once.
yeah,
I
yeah.
mean,
And could have,
he was the belt collector,
and
and it
probably could
wasn't
have taken the IWGP
exactly,
if the relationship had been
exactly,
stronger.
exactly. So, I I didn't fault Hangman for that title run because and what's also crazy to me, like Hangman had great matches against Bryan Danielson. Like, yeah, he had a dud feud with uh with
Lance
Lance
Archer.
Archer. Okay, fine.
But who hadn't had a dud feud with Lance Archer at that time? Yeah,
Exactly.
even Kenny had a dud feud with Lance Archer at
He
that
had a
time.
he had a great he had a good feud with Adam Cole.
Yeah.
Um,
Well,
but
you look at the
here,
fact that they had both Cole and Brian go to excuse me time limit draws. Time
yeah,
limit draws on Dynamite and Rampage.
yeah,
Like,
and,
and
and
you,
like so, Hangman's title run, to show he was a main event guy was not bad.
mm,
We got the only legitimate title run or title opportunity from Adam Cole. The problem is Adam Cole was over like Rover. So everybody wanted Adam Cole to win.
yeah,
And then when Punk challenges him, everybody was over on Punk at the time.
oh for sure, yeah,
Punk was extremely over at the
and
time.
that was probably one of the biggest things as well was that you had Punk come into the company, and the fans knew that Punk would be the world champion at some point.
Yeah.
The fans knew, like, so they knew that Hangman had become a placeholder champion. You're muted, Chase.
I know. I'm yelling at my dog. He's drinking out of the
No.
toilet. So.
Are you filming this in your toilet? Are
No,
you
no,
saying
no,
that's how shit Dynamite was?
no. I'm in my basement, and my bathroom is all the way over there. But my dog is a gigantic Saint Bernard, so when
Yeah.
he drinks out of the toilet bowl, you can hear it from 5 rooms away. But so yeah,
Oh Lord, this show has just been off the rails so far
it
tonight.
has. That's all right. That's all right. I'm off the rails tonight. So, um, I'm in a fantastic mood this week, guys. Ain't nothing gonna keep me down. Um, but like I said, I always like to get people's opinions on that and just kind of share my own because, like I said, there was so much hatred after Hangman's title run where people were like, "Well, we're so glad that Hangman's title run is over." His
Yeah,
his title run was very lackluster. I don't think his title run was lackluster. I think the fact that he had to follow Kenny Omega's historic title run was what was lackluster about it.
yeah,
Um,
I can agree with you on that. I can
yeah.
definitely see where you're coming
And
from
like
on
I
that.
said, like I said, if you look over at the other company, whoever wins that title after Roman is going to have to suffer the same fate because you've had a guy who's had a great story and a
800 and something days.
historic 2.5 year title run. So, like I said, now you're looking at like, oh, like when Cody wins it, if he loses it within 6 months, 6 to 8 months. If he
Any
loses it
champion that
within
comes
six
after,
months,
yeah,
yeah. Any champion that comes after Roman, if they lose it within 6 to 8 months, everybody's going to go, well, that's boring. We want Roman to have the title back again. Or
yeah,
that title run wasn't as good as Roman's. Like, it's just, you know what I mean?
yeah.
So,
No, I definitely get what you mean on that one. It's the how do you pull the belt off Roman without and make the next champion strong without damaging the legacy.
yeah.
And I
And
think that's what happened with. I can definitely see what you mean. That's what happened with
with Hangman.
Hangman. Yeah.
Yep. Um, Backstage, we got Renee Paquette with the AEW Women's Champion Jamie Hayter, the
Yep.
Bunny, the Butcher, and the Blade. Bunny congratulated Hayter on beating Sakura and challenged her to a title eliminator match. Well, why do they keep calling it title eliminator matches?
Because because they'll face the champion, and if they don't beat the champion, they go to the back of the line. But
Okay.
so the title's not on the line, but the title shot is.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah.
So that's what I was confused about. I thought that for whatever reason I thought the title eliminator was still referencing the interim. And I was
No.
like, wait a second, I thought we were done with the interim.
No, so
So
basically it means like, let's say for example, you wrestled ABJ for the podcast championship, and ABJ was the champion. If you're in an eliminator match. You wrestle him once. If you win, you get a podcast championship title match. Make sense?
Indeed. um. So after that promo, we got the Acclaimed.
No, we got the Saraya and Storm attacking Britt Baker because
that's right.
because Britt Baker can't let Jamie Hayter get her 2 minutes on TV.
Yes, that and also I know I've mentioned it and I'm gonna mention it again because I still don't know where or when did these two become the baby faces.
The story in AEW, like you said, it was that one bloody thing in LA, was it? Where Saraya got the booze, and they've done the bait and switch on us.
They just decided from there. It was just weird. Like I said, I will openly admit, guys, that I don't watch Rampage very often. Yeah. Most of the time I'll skim through it. I DVR it. So on Saturdays on my day off, or sometimes on Sundays, I'll fast forward through it just to kind of get a glimpse of what happened. So like I said, I don't watch the whole show from start to finish most of the time. So I wasn't sure if there was something on Rampage. I'm still confused about it. I'll probably ask the same question next week, Scott, of what happened. Why are they the heels when Saraya was over like Rover at the pay-per-view and beat Britt? But anyways, I digress.
So then we move on to the Acclaimed.
Yes, then we move on to the Acclaimed versus the Outrunners, which is Truth Magnum and Turbo Floyd. And this match lasted as long as my piss break. So
1-2 pump.
Well, when you get old, when you're fat and out of shape, Scott, like I am, and you're older, sometimes it's not like a 1-2.
I'm older than you.
Oh yeah, that's right. I'm a fat. Well, when you're fat and older, you know, maybe you know this from older, like it doesn't come out in a full stream like it used to. It kind of like, it's like Morse code. It's like yep. So
oh crap, we really went there, didn't we?
We did, didn't we? Whatever, I do what I want.
So that, you're getting back to Dynamite, that match happened, all of the 1-2 pump, and then we get the Gun Club coming out.
Yes. And it was very interesting because the Gun Club was the Gun Club was talking with, the Acclaimed, and then Billy Gunn tried to get involved, and then Billy Gunn got super frustrated. So and then he wound up
basically saying fuck it, no, I'm done.
Yeah. And then the guns will get a tag team title shot. So the Guns got exactly what they were looking for. But I guess that I guess Billy Gunn, because I guess there was a mic malfunction. So I guess Billy Gunn is the one that said, like, hey, you're going to have this match. And which is kind of interesting. Do you think we get Billy Gunn going back with the Gun Club next week?
I hope not, but I can kind of understand it, that they would need to do that too.
I'll be honest with you. I think for the buildup of a tag team, I think for the depth of the story, I would love to see Billy Gunn turn on the Acclaimed, and then the Gun Club win the tag team titles.
Yeah,
even if it's just for a short reign. You know, I know, I know Mark. You know, and I am too for the most part. A lot of people don't like it when they play hot potato with the titles, and yeah, I don't necessarily either. But I think it would be good for this story just because it would help. It would help, you know,
yeah,
legitimize the gun club a little bit.
yeah, for sure. I get
Eh,
where you're coming from on that one.
yep.
Yeah, and it would definitely bring them to the stage where they need to be. Right.
You got a kangaroo in your house?
If yeah, probably my youngest. He sounds yeah, he's just going nuts at the moment.
That's all right. That's all right.
He's refusing to sleep, so
Yeah.
he
I was gonna say
he's
you probably heard my kid practicing karate earlier. So
yeah.
um
We thought
uh
someone was getting murdered on your wife was out there fucking taking pot shots at the kids.
um so we got um Alex Marvez backstage with Jungle Boy Jack Perry, and
Yep,
uh and Alex asked what is next for Jungle Hook. And Perry said he's done the tag team
being the tag
thing
team.
before. It didn't work out. This year he will be a champion again, but as a singles champion. So,
He's
um,
going pushing for a title now. Give him the All Atlantic title.
yep.
Give him the
Uh,
All Atlantic title.
Now Steven Chambers says I really do miss FTR and AEW. You know, as rumors are ramping up about FTR possibly looking at going back over to WWE. Did you see? Did you see the Royal Rumble WWE 2K23 press conference this weekend?
No, I didn't.
Um,
No.
they asked Seth Rollins about FTR,
Oh yeah,
and Seth said that he would absolutely positively love to see FTR back in WWE. He would
yeah, but
love
he
to.
also called Punk a cancer and told Punk to stay away.
That's what. Well, and it was. It's funny you mentioned that because that's why I brought it up. He said it. He said it very in character. So I thought that was very interesting that he said that.
Is that
Because yeah, like
does that mean that Tony Khan has bought WWE?
um, I almost forgot to pay my rent. Whoops. Yeah. Don't forget to pay your rent.
Yeah,
Because
rent's
the
due, bitch.
because the late fees, man, the late fees are brutal. They are brutal. Hey, what happened to this light? What is going on here? Turn it back
He
on.
just doesn't like you at times.
I guess like I charged it and it just randomly shut off. So that's weird.
It's like, hey Chase, guess what? Fuck you,
Fuck.
buddy.
Hey, what's your name?
I'm not your buddy, guy.
Don't you say it. All
Anyway,
right.
um,
The next match, we got Takashita against Brian Cage, the ROH 6-man champion.
yep.
Um, who is Brian Cage the 6-man tag team champion with?
Um,
I'm just
Prince
kidding.
Prince Nakeem's or whatever the guy's name is
Yep,
crew
I know.
that
I'm
was
just kidding.
originally Tully Blanchard's crew, and
Yeah. Uh Gears of Kai says Seth do be the kind of motherfucker to try and get people to come up with theories. Yeah, he does.
yeah,
Seth is also the type of guy to talk a lot of shit online, so
yeah,
he's used to
and
it.
still hasn't had his mouth shut for some of the shit he said.
Yeah. Um. So,
There we go,
uh,
Gates of Agony. That's what uh, the tag team partners.
yeah. Uh, Brian Cage controlled quite a bit of this match. You know, I mean, this was kind of about where I came in with you guys, right?
Yep. Yeah,
Yep.
roughly there. Yeah.
And we were watching these two guys work, and you know, I'm very excited for Takashita. Um,
Yeah.
you know, I
Because
know. I
I'm
will say
glad we got
this.
Cage like getting a bit of a push here as well. We got
See,
Cage getting a little bit of a
I
push.
like Cage, and Cage is very talented, but Cage is just, I guess he just doesn't do it for me. So
No,
I don't
I
really
get what you
care.
mean.
Yeah, I don't really care that he's not in a main player in AEW. You know,
He's a main
and if
player
he,
in somewhere like Impact, but not. I don't think he'd ever be a main player in WWE or AEW. I'm not to say the guy's not good. Just I don't see him as the focal point of one of the two major wrestling companies in the world in
I can
America.
see, I can see him in WWE.
Yeah, but I
Maybe,
couldn't see him as a major player. I could see maybe as a mid card at best,
yeah,
but that's about it.
yep. He's very athletic. He can do a lot of cool stuff. I think that they would, uh, I think that they would look at him. I wouldn't say like a Brock Lesnar type, because obviously Brock Lesnar is a 1 in a million athlete.
No, we
Um,
got Brock Lesnar Jr. As part of the Mogul affiliates. Remember?
well, yeah, but uh, listen, I like Parker Bordeaux's look and everything, but Parker's not a Division 1, athlete
NCAA
and
champion.
yeah, exactly. So, um, that's a little hard to breed those type of guys. You know what I mean? So,
Yeah. Well, I mean, unless you look at Brock's daughter.
yeah, exactly. Um,
She looks like Brock.
she looks
That's
nothing like her
scary.
mom. So,
No. I kind of feel sorry for her in that regard.
yeah. Um, Renee Paquette was backstage with the Jericho Appreciation Society. Um, they go on and on. They said if Ricky Starks wants another match, he's got to run a gauntlet, so to
Gauntlet.
speak.
The
Um,
Garcia
yeah,
Guevara gauntlet.
Jericho said they call the shots, and he's ready to whoop anybody's ass. So, uh,
I'm
Matthew,
glad to see Jericho not being in the main event and not being um, like towards the top of the card. I'm glad to see him being in the middle rather than pushing for that main event spot.
yeah,
Like
absolutely.
keep pushing the younger guys, keep using them, and it's great for Jericho's name to be attached to them in that regard.
Yeah. The elite did a this weird little promo in a gym. I guess we're gonna get a trios title defense, which I know my guy Mark is very excited about.
Because they
Mark is, yeah, they're
finally,
finally gonna defend the trios championship, and they're gonna do it on Rampage. So,
well,
um,
no, we get the trios title next week on Dynamite with Top Flight and AR Fox as well.
oh, okay.
Yeah, so we're getting that as well. So we're getting two matches for the trios titles.
Nice, nice. Now I definitely know Mark is going to be happy. So,
It's finally happening.
yeah, no. In all seriousness, I'm glad. I did not know that they were doing one next week. I knew that they were doing one against Matt Hardy, Ethan Page, and Isaiah Cassidy on Rampage. So I was like, man, if this is the pinnacle of what these trios tag team champions are supposed to be, you know, then I'm furthering my prediction that these were going to become obsolete within the first few months. But like I said, good if they're going to defend them twice on Dynamite and Rampage, cool.
Yeah.
Um, so Brian Danielson faced off against Timothy Thatcher. It was very cool to see that they brought they decided to bring in Timothy Thatcher from
Yep.
Noah. I was a huge Timothy Thatcher fan in NXT Black and Gold before they ripped Black and Gold apart.
Well, technically, he wasn't black and gold. He was UK.
He was Black
Technically,
and Gold.
only when after UK got devoid of.
Well, no, it was before then because because when he came to NXT, he ran that feud with Tommaso.
I no, um, that was in NXT UK.
It was black and gold, my guy.
Nah, it was UK, bro.
No, it was black and gold, my guy.
Nah, bro.
I'm gonna go back and clip that. Nah, bro. Sorry, I'm coughing up a lung here. I'm just letting you know. So I got this. When I start doing like video game streams and stuff. So long
Yep.
story short, I'm looking at getting rid of Restream because I pay for Restream $50 a month, and I don't want to
Yeah,
pay them anymore. So
that's
I'm looking at
understandable.
switching over to Streamlabs because Streamlabs has this new guest feature that you can add
Okay.
multiple people on. So that's what I'm trying to do. And I got a Stream Deck, and man, when I'm telling you what, dude, when I get the Stream Deck working, I'm going back and clipping that. Yeah, bro.
Nah, bro.
No, bro.
Sorry, you're right. It was on the NXT. It was on a fight pit. It was the fight pit match.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah, bro.
It was on black and gold.
I can't wait.
I
every single
swore it was
every
on
single time
UK though.
every single time somebody, whether it's Mark, ABJ, you, or somebody says something, I'm just gonna hit the sound button on the stream deck
Nah,
that
bro.
says, "Nah, bro."
That's good. Oh
My
shit! I've
favorite thing to
become a
do, man,
meme.
is my favorite thing to do is to turn my friends into memes. So
I've become a meme for the like fifth time with you.
I know. I got you. I still got the
The
Scott is
Frozen
not
video.
impressed. Yeah.
The Frozen video.
uh, um
Oh shit!
so what do you think? Do you think this is overplayed or like overplayed out? MJF making people run through hoops like he did he made Wardlow do it. He made Cody do it. Now he's making
Yeah,
um
he did it with Punk as well, and
did he?
well, not as intense like
Yeah.
they did,
No, you're right.
and
He did. He had to fight Punk in that match. He
yeah,
made Punk fight Wardlow, and
yeah,
then the one where he came out, or I don't remember who Punk fought, but he came out and attacked Punk, and that's where he cut the devil promo on him, and
yeah,
so
but
yeah,
yeah, like I get it's a safe bet to do this again and again. It's a safe bet because it's a formula that was worked. But come on, let's move on from that formula because it's becoming very, very stale.
yeah. No,
And
I
if
agree.
we have to see that every damn time, people are going to get pissed off.
Yep. Yeah. No, I'm not a fan of it either, man. Like I said, we've just seen it too much. We saw it with Cody. Then
Yep,
we saw it with Wardlow. Then we saw
yep.
it with Punk. Then we saw it with um
It,
now we're seeing it with
yeah,
Danielson. So it's like why
yeah.
why do we have to do this? We've seen this before kind of thing,
I get it's giving us some marquee matches that we probably wouldn't have seen before, but look, it's one of those things that you don't need to do this every single time,
Yeah.
every single damn time, because it just makes MJF look pathetic in that regard. Like he has to keep hiring these multiple people each time to try and defend him. Like, yeah, I don't know. My opinion, just stop.
Agreed. Agreed.
Um,
Um
and we get Tucker. I mean, good thing during this match is that we got Takashita coming out as MJF came out.
and then
Where,
MJF and Takashita brawled backstage,
yep,
which was fun to watch.
Yep.
Um,
Then we get a shitty Swerve video.
yep.
Yep.
A vignette from Swerve and the Mogul affiliates,
Yep.
um,
Talking about
which Dustin Rhodes in their run in last week on Rampage, and
yep.
so I guess we're going to I guess we're going to get the Mogul affiliates or Swerve against Brian Pillman Jr. and Dustin Rhodes.
Yeah.
Very interesting. So
Yeah. Can we talk about this video package that happened after the commercial break before the Jade match with
yeah,
Rush or Roosh, whatever the hell you want to
yeah,
call
with
them?
Roosh um,
ABJ, not ABJ, MJF.
yeah, Preston Vance, Roosh. So
Yeah.
yeah.
So you've just had a backstage segment with Takashita and MJF.
I noticed that when you said it during ABJ's live stream, I was like,
You've
I,
just had,
I had to look at the screen and was like, I knew what you were talking about. I think I even said something about it, but I was on mute.
yeah,
Shocker.
like, and then you go to a commercial, then you come back and air this this promo video that's clearly been pre-recorded, clearly, because
Yeah,
he walks in wearing the sunnies,
freshly dressed.
wearing a new shirt,
Yeah,
and carrying a briefcase and smiling,
yeah.
like
So if you were gonna pre-record it, why didn't you put it in earlier in the show, or why didn't you just say earlier today?
why didn't you give some sort of continuity to it? Like, why give not a? This is one thing that AEW has a bit of a problem with lately, especially in regards to MJF, is the continuity of those packages, because they'll announce the match, and then we'll get the video package of MJF offering the bribe.
Yeah.
Like, why not get the bribe done first and then then announce the match?
So after that, we got Jade Cargill
Knocking herself
against
out.
yep, going against Red Velvet to retain the TBS championship.
Yep.
Win number 50. I know there was a lot of people who talked about, like, oh, what are they going to do for 50? Is there going to be this big thing? I don't think there should have been, because
No.
the 50th victory should have been surrounded by Jade. Like, nobody else should come out and take that away from her. She deserved it. She's earned it.
Not really, considering it's been in tag team matches as well,
Well,
not just singles matches.
yeah, either way. But I'm saying, like, as far as Jade's growth goes, and how Jade has progressed,
Yeah.
in the company, I think that she deserved to have that number 50 win with no extra stuff. I know we talked about in ABJ's live stream, hey, do we get Mercedes after this match or
Yeah.
something like that? No, I think that needs to come later. And maybe in the next week or two, Jade decides she's going to announce a big party for her number 50th victory. Maybe then is when you do it.
Maybe.
And Jade says, oh, everybody's invited, or only the baddest of the bads are invited, or something like that. And then you get
Old mate Bow Wow bringing
yeah,
Mercedes down. Yeah.
exactly.
Like, yeah, it could work that way. And look, I'll give you that. It would look fucking fantastic on the screen to see that happen.
Yeah.
So
we get another, because I mean, if one Britt Baker thing wasn't enough in the show, we actually get two.
yeah.
And Scott, kudos to you, my friend, because I know you mentioned it, about AEW running this thing where they're like originals versus, new people, or
the rejects, the E's rejects. Yeah.
Yeah.
The outside influence.
The outside influence against the originals. And so, we get we get Renee and Britt, and then Ruby comes in to kind of talk to Britt, and Britt pushes her off. So, um, yeah, I guess they're just trying everything they can to prove or to show that Britt
Yeah.
is just awesome, and Britt needs help from Jamie
The
Hayter
the
and
AEW
yeah,
originals.
and Rebby. She needs help from them, but she
Yeah.
doesn't need help from Ruby Soho or anything like that. So,
Yeah.
um, yeah, man, I don't know, man. I'm very confused though. You know, I usually don't get too like mixed up in the whole like, oh, AEW has this person on their roster and they have this person on their roster and that person, and they don't use them and they don't utilize them. But man, it's really hard not to get on that train when AEW
Yeah.
has Britt Baker
50.
twice in one show.
Yeah, and you've got a whole roster of women that could be on that show and showcased in a match or even in a segment, and they get nothing. Like, there's so many women on that roster that could be used, um, and deserve a chance to shine. Like,
Absolutely.
I get that we're building Britt Baker up to be the face of the company because of the fact that she was the first woman signed to the company.
Yep.
But doesn't always work that way. It doesn't always work that way.
So speaking of, um, Samoa Joe versus Darby Allen. So, and speaking of, it doesn't always work that way. We thought we had this match tagged before this match happened,
Yes, we did.
and
Yes, we did.
it's crazy because
I mean, the first minute and a half we get is Darby wearing his thumbtack hoodie and slamming himself into the shit known as Samoa Joe.
yeah,
But yeah,
absolutely. And so Darby comes out in that hoodie, full of thumbtacks, and it just, like I said, you, me, and ABJ all were sitting there, and we were like, hey, like um this is going to be a beatdown of Darby for 20 or 30 minutes here, and then Darby's going to pull out a victory. And gosh, man, there was a couple of times where it looked like it was going to be that.
yeah.
And I know, like I know a lot of people are going to say, oh, you should just stop that. You should just enjoy it and blah blah blah. But it's just, like I said, it's hard when every single Darby match is the same. Like there's no there's no levels to it. There's no
There's no
substance. There's
ring
no
psychology. There's no
yeah,
ring psychology to it. There is the he gets beat down, he gets back up again, and he puts on a little bit of an offensive, and then bam, he's the winner.
absolutely.
It's a rinse and repeat, essentially. And it's at that point now that I'd rather not see a derby match. Like, I want a little bit of a story to be told. I want some psychology. Okay, he busted the shit out of Joe's face with that table. Like, yeah, he busted. That wasn't so. That wasn't supposed to happen. But at the same time, holy crap! Like, we've got plenty of other things that could be done. He could work a leg, he could work an arm, he could work some body part to give us a bit of a story. You know what I mean? You're muted again.
Yes, I know. I realized it right as I started talking. I was like, "Oh shit, I'm muted." But yeah, I agree. And it's not just like if it was different, if there was something different,
Yeah.
from here or there, like I would be okay with it. You know what I mean? But it's always the same thing, and it's like,
Hmm.
dude, I, uh, I just I don't understand it. I don't.
No,
Um,
I'm at that point that Darby, unless he's going to be Sting's last match in AEW, like in Sting's last match, then yeah, I don't want to see him. So,
Agreed. Um,
um,
you know what?
however, in saying that, the end of this match, the end of this match changed the whole complexion of what we were expecting.
Agreed. Agreed. Because I mean, I was a few seconds behind you in ABJ, and
Yep,
so ABJ was like sitting there going, if he wins this match,
by
if
throwing
it, yeah,
yeah
if if
Darby
Samoa
wins this
Joe
match.
muscle busters him on the hardwood, and Darby still wins this match, I'm done. And I was
Yep,
like, and like just the way ABJ said it, I was like, oh man, I was like, this better not happen. So,
yeah,
but it obviously didn't. It worked out, but again, like I know sometimes I can sound hypocritical about it. Like, yes, I don't. I just earlier in the show talked about I wouldn't mind them doing the hot potato thing with the tag team titles with the
yeah,
Acclaimed and the Gun Club. I would be okay if the Gun Club won next week, and then at Revolution we get another match between the Acclaimed and the Gun Club, and the Acclaimed take it back.
yeah.
Maybe. I don't know.
But the thing,
I would be okay with that, but I'm not okay with this weird thing that they did with the TNT title.
but
Like
it's because we've hot potatoed it from
ever since
going
Cody,
from
ever since Cody and Darby in that ladder match, or Cody and Sammy Guevara in the ladder match.
well,
I'm sorry.
we've hot potatoed it from Sammy and Darby to giving it to Wardlow, then pulling it from Wardlow to give to Joe, and then to put it on Darby, and then to only put it back on Joe, who, as ABJ said, is probably going to lose it to Wardlow.
Yeah,
And it's like the only reason we gave Darby the win was because it was in his bloody hometown. Like, it was only in his hometown. Like,
yeah.
and Stephen, we already had Hobbs in the mix. We had Hobbs
That's
in the
what he's
mix
saying.
previously.
Yeah, that's what Steven's saying is. He said watch Hobbs get into the mix, and we get
Yeah.
another triple threat match.
Like,
So I mean that's going to do it for the show, and I'm going to go ahead and wrap that up because we've got a couple people waiting already, guys.
ooh,
The link was in the chat. If you guys um, if you guys want to come on the show and talk about what you liked and what you didn't, definitely
if you just
click
want
that
to come
link
on
in
and
the
shoot the
chat.
shit,
Yep. Uh,
come shoot the shit with us.
hey, speaking of shooting the shit, were you able to catch the I-70 hot tag last week with Evan Jelisico?
No, I've been meaning to get back. Work had me all fucked up last week.
So
Yeah.
it was so Evan is the guy who Dimitri stole the hat from.
Oh,
Yeah. And so Evan was super fucking cool. Great guy,
yeah.
great guy to talk to. And then like he was like, "Oh, I'm kind of having fun." He was like, "Is this it?" And we were like, "Yeah, we go to intermission for 5 minutes and then we talk about other Kansas and Missouri promotions and all the news going on." And he's like,
Yeah.
"Oh." And I was like, "You're more than welcome to stay." So he elected to stay. And then we get to the very end and he's like, "Guys, I'm so sorry." He's like, "Is this it?" And I was like, "Yeah, no, we're wrapping up." And he was like, "Great, because I have to take a fat shit." And then he was like, I gotta go, guys. And then he just,
Please
and
tell
Josh,
me. Please
Josh
tell
and
me
I were
you were
like,
wearing the hat during the.
no.
Oh.
No. So here's what happened. Josh made me Josh made me film a video with Dimitri, and
Yep.
so Dimitri's got the hat on and he's doing this, and he goes, Evan, I have your hat, and he was like, I will give it back to you, but for the price of $1 trillion, a yacht, a trip to the Bahamas, a PS5, and I'd like to swim with the dolphins, and like all this outrageous shit. And then after we showed Evan the video, Evan goes, tell your kid he can keep that fucking hat. I paid $5 for it at Party City. So
love it. I love it, dude. That is awesome.
Guys, if you guys haven't seen the link is in the chat. Make sure you go click it. I'm going to bring in our first guest momentarily tonight. He is a staple on the show. He also has his own Twitch channel where he does various different things, but most importantly and most popular is his board games that he likes to play. Whether he's playing Monopoly, the game of life. Yes,
it is our boy.
Yes, and he also in the ABJ Discord, guys. Our guy Hunter Dillon is our resident game show host. If you guys haven't played a game with Hunter Dillon yet, make sure you do so.
If you haven't played a game with Hunter, you have not played a game at all.
Yep, that's right. And Hunter can attest to this when I bring him on. That the I-70 hot tag is the reigning, defending, undisputed Wheel of Fortune champions. Is it Wheel of Fortune? It is Wheel of Fortune. I don't even know what fucking game we won. But anyway, without further ado, guys, Hunter Dillon 95.
Hi, everybody.
Yes, hi, and then look at Hunter's background. It's all his skip cards.
And by the way, the game that you and Josh are the undisputed champions of is not Wheel of Fortune. It is the game of who is this I am looking at in the phone book. No, I'm just kidding. It is Wheel of Fortune.
Oh, okay. I was like, I don't remember playing that game at all.
See, my humor can be hit or miss at times, and mostly it's miss. But as I mentioned in the chat, Triple H. I wish I'm single H. I'm not Triple H, and I don't use preparation H.
Hunter's got a nice little mo going as well. He's starting to get a nice little mo and beard going.
Yeah, I had a big old beard, and then I had to shave it off, and I broke Chase.
No, it wasn't you. I saw something that was really funny. We'll talk about it later. So Hunter, how did you like Dynamite tonight, sir?
Well, I can tell you it was mostly very good. The three things I could just have not dealt with tonight. Number one, Jade Cargill winning her 50th match with assistance. God, let her shine on her own, for goodness sake. Is that too much to ask?
It's not. I agree. I 100% agree. It's definitely not too much to ask.
How can you call yourself a dominant competitor when all you have to do to win is rely on outside interference? She's a talented wrestler. She can do this on her own.
Of course.
From where she started to where she is now, she has definitely punched her ticket to be up where she is now. Like from when she started out, and the design of the TBS tournament was just to crown her as the champion. I think they've done really well in building her as a talent. I'm disappointed, like you said, about the fact that they haven't allowed her to win it, but do things by herself. Like, she doesn't need that shit anymore.
Exactly. Number two, I could have well done without Britt Baker coming out and ruining a good match. Or was it towards the end? I'm not sure.
Britt Baker wasn't in a match.
Okay.
She did two segments.
Okay.
Once when she was getting the shit kicked out of her backstage by Saraya and Tony Storm, and then she was in the doctor's office with
right, I'm a little out of it tonight because it's just been kind of that kind of night. It's been that kind of night. At number 3, I could have done without MJF starting another series of gauntlet matches. You've done that 3 times already. It's starting to get old. If I were Tony Khan, as an on-camera role, I would have come out and say, "Hey, MJF, and pardon my French, but we've already pretty much tanked the monetization here on YouTube, so I might as well go ahead and say it." And I would have said, "MJF, enough of your bullshit. You're either going to defend that title against Danielson, no strings attached, or you're losing that belt."
Although I do like that we got MJF versus Takeshita next week.
Yeah, that's true.
I'm liking that. I'm liking that fact that we are getting MJF versus Takeshita.
Those are the 3 skip cards for the week that I have. Now I can just skip back over to my regular window. OBS is
Did you just use a transition?
Yes, OBS is teaching this old dog new tricks.
There you go.
I love it. I love it. I didn't know you could use OBS on Restream.
You can use. That's what I've been doing when I've been doing Millionaire recently over on the Discord. I have this is the OBS virtual camera, so I have that going through Discord so that people can see the studio and the lower third graphics. And then I can pipe in the audio through streaming the game player screen in Discord.
So I've just been sitting here streaming my camera and my microphone straight to the website rather than going through OBS.
Well, you still have to go. You still have to go through the website, but at the beginning, when it has you choose your camera, you can choose OBS virtual camera. So, and that's what he's doing right now.
If I'd known that, I would have done it ages ago.
Hey, look, let me just go ahead and I can pull up my Millionaire set.
This is the old man in me. This is the old man in me.
See, there's my Millionaire set.
Look at that.
Back in my
day, over here.
Back in my day, there was none of this technology stuff.
Hunter, what would you have changed about tonight's show if you could change anything?
2 things. Well, I would have those 3 things I would have changed. Britt Baker, just stay off for the week. Just go home, take a rest, go fix people's teeth. You're a dentist. Jade, don't rely on outside interference. Win your 50th match by yourself so that people can say you're a legitimate champ. And MJF, no more gauntlets.
I like it.
I think Hunter's pissed.
I'm sorry. I'm so fired up tonight. I don't know what.
I think Hunter's pissed.
Hunter,
Hunter's gone from the easygoing, nice, cool kid like that doesn't swear, doesn't do drugs, doesn't drink alcohol, to the fully like, I'm gonna rip your throat out and chugs a fucking beer.
Hey,
as he does.
That can of Pepsi looks awfully small in your hands. Is that a normal? It
really does. Actually,
is that a normal can or is that a small
can? That is a
Ask
normal
Josh.
can.
We have to get Josh in here. Josh can tell us whether or not
Josh doesn't have a computer anymore. So fuck
Josh
him.
works for freaking.
I need a new co-host. I need a new co-host for the I-70 hot tag tomorrow night.
So Hunter, what are you doing tomorrow night?
Well,
It sounds like you're hosting the I-70 hot tag.
Well, I'm not too busy. I have the glasses. I just don't have the shirt. I mean, I'm not too familiar with Kansas and Missouri pro wrestling, but if Chase needs a backup, I can step in and.
Sorry, Hunter, not laughing at you. I think Hunter's frozen. But fucking hell.
Hunter, are you still with us? Hunter, are you there?
I think we've lost him.
Hunter died. Hunter died.
Can you see me? Can you?
Yes,
hear
we
can.
Back. All right. So
sorry, we weren't laughing at you.
No. I know. Josh, we love you. We love you, but I don't know. I mean, I don't know. I don't know if I can. Look, you and Josh make that show look so easy. If I was in Josh's position, I'd be like, I want my Nana.
So Hunter, real quick, tell everybody where they can find you on. Tell us about your Twitch real quick before I kick you out.
Well, you can follow me on all of the socials, the YouTube, Twitch, Instagram. I don't do TikTok much, but you can follow me there if you want to, and Twitch at HunterDillon95 on all the socials. As a matter of fact, as soon as I get off of here, I'm going to get ready to go stream tonight. I'm going to be doing Trivia Pursuit Live 2. They have a feature in that game where you can play against your Twitch viewers. So if you ever wanted a chance to face off against the quiz master of Twitch, now's your chance.
Nice. Okay. All right. Nice. I like it. I don't hate it. I like it. All right, Hunter. We're gonna go ahead and let you go tonight. And then we will talk to you later. Probably. I don't know if I'll be in the Discord tonight, but maybe. But yes, absolutely.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, guys. And I apologize for turning into a madman over here.
No,
Don't
you're
be
fine.
sorry,
You're
man.
fine. I
Don't
like
be
the
sorry.
energy. Have a good night, sir.
We love it.
Good night.
Take care, my friend.
Thank you.
Where you at, buddy?
He's
Do
here.
you know how to work? Do you know how to work that thing?
He had it working previously.
I know. All right, I'm gonna boot you out real quick, but go get some help with that thing, and then come back because we'd love to see you tonight, Matthew. All right.
Hey guys.
I hate you so much.
You're a fucking.
What?
Scott, can you see the people who are in the waiting room?
No, I can't.
Okay. So
you need to give me access to that at one stage.
So
I can see
while I'm laughing, somebody's in the waiting room going like this.
No, I was doing this.
Yeah, he was doing that, and then he was also doing the hand too. plus what he was putting in the chat, I was dying, dude. I was dying.
Yo, Hunter made that candle like Andre. His hands are huge.
I know. I noticed it when he grabbed the can. I was like, holy shit, is that one of those mini cans or is that a regular can?
Good thing Hunter never became a gynecologist.
Yeah, I heard that. Wish it didn't, but I did.
You send your girl to Hunter. She'll never come home.
I know.
How do you follow that?
I don't know, man. Dude's got big hands. What did he tell us that one time? He's got big thighs.
Big thighs.
Thick thighs.
Big meaty man thighs.
Yeah.
Packing power behind those things.
So ABJ, what did you think of tonight's show?
Scott, hammer ABJ with these questions real quick. I'm gonna let my dog in real quick.
Aye, aye, Captain. What did you think of the show tonight?
I was good. It was good. I thought some of the stuff was good. Some of the stuff that I'll go with the negative first. Jamie Hayter trying to set up a title match to make herself look like a reliable champion and a major champion, and then they have to wait, we have to look at the TV because Britt Baker has to do something. Don't like that. Jamie Hayter needs her time to shine. It's her time as champion. Every 100%. Single time we get a champion who's not Britt Baker, it's flooded with Britt Baker. The entire Thunder Rosa time it was her versus Britt, her versus Britt, her versus Britt. Even when Britt's not involved, Britt's somehow involved. The entire Toni Storm was Toni Storm in multi-tags with her friends and Britt Baker. And now all of a sudden, Britt Baker is a babyface because it just her babyface turned to make any sense because it's just she's always interjecting herself into everyone else's nonsense. And then they beat her up, and now they're bad guys for attacking Britt Baker.
And we get the fact of Saraya's only a heel because they booed her in one state. And that's it.
I just think listen. I get Britt Baker's your main draw, but you gotta dial back a little bit. If you're gonna book somebody else to be the champion, let her be the champion. Let her get her time. Let her get her shine. Sorry.
What did you think of the main event?
Main event. If Darby would have won, I would have been really pissed, but he didn't.
You know that fucks up your voice when you do when you're.
Hey guys, yeah. Dude, it's so bad. Like I want to go lay down so bad.
Fair enough. But it fucks up your voice, so it's cool. It makes you sound like when Chase is going all robotic.
Yeah.
But
What do you think of AEW Dynamite?
But yeah,
I'm not gonna stay too long. I just figure I'll come in and be the closer and get you guys out.
No,
Here
that's
so
fair
we can
enough.
close the stream.
What did you think about the Wardlow return?
Yeah, the whole idea of look like it's just like, hey, we need to get the title flip flopped around a little bit here so we can give Darby a hometown experience just to get it back to Wardlow eventually. Seems like lazy booking.
Yeah.
I think one guy in control of the booking is starting to show, and I think he needs some help. I think he should probably hire some writers.
Yeah, I definitely agree with you on that one. Like he needs to.
It just seems like the AEW storytelling right now is not good. It's not good.
It's a bit repetitive. It's getting a bit very.
I mean, Chase Hunter bring a good point. MJF's doing another gauntlet thing. Like we've seen that for like 3 times now. That's enough.
Yeah.
Like let's start mixing it up a little bit. Every time Mox and Hangman are in the ring, they do the same style match every time. Every time we get, like, it just seems super repetitive. Like they're not really going out of their comfort zone. They're not really doing anything out of the ordinary. Like right now, AEW for me is just match quality is good.
Yeah.
But storytelling.
But it's stagnant stories.
Yeah.
It's stagnant stories. It's not the stories that it was back when the company started. And I've seen tweets about this as well. Like the company is not the same as when it started.
Maybe
it's not.
Maybe it's not. Maybe it is. Maybe it is the company it is when it started. They just never changed.
No, it's not, because you had the talent that was younger, and you had the ones that as you said previously, you'd have week A, week B, and week C, and then you'd go back to week A again, and you'd have the storylines for week A, the storylines for week B, storylines for week C. You might get one storyline across all 3 weeks that somehow fits into all 3 weeks, but it was each week had their own definition of what they were. And then you do the recycled pattern, A, B, C, A, B, C. And it was great because you'd see everybody was getting exposure. Now it's not like that. You're not getting that exposure.
You didn't have to do that, my guy. Hunter just gave me a $2 donation on my Venmo.
We love you, Hunter.
We love you, Hunter. Don't do that anymore. Save your money and put it towards your equipment, brother. You work too hard. But I appreciate you. Thank you.
He said in your stream earlier that he's bought all he wanted, so he wants to share the wealth with you.
He's a sweetheart.
And support the ones he loves.
All right. Well, listen, Chase, get back here quick. I gotta go to bed.
He's letting his dog out, so I have to hold down the show until he gets back.
Yeah, I'll hang out.
I've got no control over anything. So
my neck is bad right now.
I have no control over anything, so if this show goes to shit, it's not my fault.
You're the co-host. It's your fault. But good wise, Thatcher and Danielson was good. I thought Mox and Hangman wasn't a bad match, but it's just like we've seen it already. Joe went out and put a performance. Like people who are wrestling with Darby are putting a performance on because they can just throw around a guy like a wrestling doll. You know what I mean? You know, when you're a kid and you're wrestling your wrestling buddy and you're chucking that shit all over the fucking room, you think you're the greatest wrestler of all time, and that's kind of what we're watching. Like Joe's like, I can just body this poor person around. Like,
he's my pillow. He's my pillow that I'm going to beat the shit out of.
Yeah, I'm excited. I kind of like this young, acclaimed ass boys rivalry. I think that's pretty fun. I wish Hater was being taken more seriously. And what else happened in the match? The card that I thought was positive. There's, like I said, I'm not saying there's not a lot, but just the main stuff for me is what ruined it. But that's all I got, gentlemen. Thank you guys so much, not just for hanging out on my stream, but letting me come here at the end. Yep. Matthew's gonna jump back in here. He said put the link in there.
Yes, sir.
Then ABJ's gonna stay.
Yeah, no, I gotta go. My neck is throbbing right now. I'm gonna go and take medication and go to sleep.
Fair enough,
absolutely.
ABJ.
We appreciate it, ABJ. Have a good night, sir.
See you, bud.
Look after yourself, my dude.
All
Did
right.
your dog get out?
Huh?
Did you get your dog out?
Yeah, no, I got him inside, and then I went and gave him a couple things, and then put him up for the night. So
Yeah.
I
Look
appreciate
at you being a
I appreciate.
responsible parent.
I know, man. I know. Well, yeah, we took him to the vet today, and he's had a really good day, man. He loved the vet, so it was weird. So and they even gave him a heartworm test, which like they draw blood from his paw.
Yeah.
So the fact that he was like, because he came back after that test, and he was happy, he was rolling all over the place, he was making a ruckus, and I was like, okay, this is weird. I figured he'd be pissed off that he had to do that. So I'm gonna be honest with you, Matthew. If you're not able to get it going, we may end it for
We're
the
gonna
night,
have to wrap
man.
it up.
Yeah, just because it's getting pretty late already, and
unfortunately, I've got shit to do after we finish here. So
yeah. Well,
Yeah.
Guys, we appreciate everybody joining with us tonight. These are always so much fun. Oh, wait a second.
Is he here? Is he here?
He is,
Oh.
but there's no video.
I think.
Oh,
There
he
we
is.
go. What's
Our
up, buddy?
boy.
What's up?
How are you,
How's
man?
it going, my dude?
I'm great. How about you?
I'm doing good, man.
Did you watch the show tonight?
I didn't.
I knew you didn't this time, because you at least said it in the chat. You were like, "Yeah, I didn't watch AEW," so I was like, "All right, well,
Nothing wrong with that, bro. We just love having you in here, man. You're a good dude.
Thank you.
So what you been up to, my guy?
I had fun coming on watching news.
That's cool, man. That's cool.
Hey,
we appreciate
I got
you
a
being
question.
here.
Rapid fire questions, Matthew. Are you ready?
Yep.
What's Josh's birthday?
July 2nd.
I think that's right. I think that's right.
Fuck. What's Chase's birthday?
April 23rd.
Oh man, my man, you got it, dude.
Does he know my birthday?
You got to tell him.
Not yet. When's your
you got to
birthday?
tell him. As soon as you tell him, he won't forget it though.
Fair enough. I'll let you find out in the future.
All right, let's. Yep, Josh's birthday is July 2nd. My man,
you had to check. I
did. Well, because for whatever reason, I thought it was like a July 20 something, and then but Matthew said it with such confidence. I was like, Matthew probably knows, because he told us the other day. He was like, I bet you you can tell me your birthday and I won't forget it. And I was like, I'm going to quiz you, and I'm going to continue to quiz you, Matthew. I'm going to, like I said, randomly, I'm just going to bring it up and be like, what's my birthday? So, what's ABJ's birthday?
I don't know.
Okay. I don't think ABJ told him, did he?
No.
Yeah.
No.
I can tell you any celebrity's birthday or people that I know.
What did you think of our shows tonight? Of both ABJ's and this one?
I laugh, I come on and say funny stuff the whole time.
We love it when you come on, man.
Yeah, we love it when you come on and say funny stuff. It's hilarious.
Thank you.
Matthew, how long have you been watching wrestling? Because I heard you're quite like the wrestling trivia guy.
My one brother, Ryan, he said the first match I watched, because I was 4, it was Brock Lesnar and Big Show, the ring break.
Oh, wow.
Oh, there you go.
That is an interesting time to come into wrestling, like that ring break.
Yeah, that was. Yeah,
that's good, man. That's good. Like,
Brock suplex Big Show off the top rope, and boom, put him down. So
yeah.
Did you end up Mike Chioda?
Yeah. Did you end up watching the Royal Rumble this past week?
I loved it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What was your favorite part of Royal Rumble?
The Mountain Dew match was one of them.
Yep.
You liked
Yeah.
that match?
Yep.
That was pretty cool, wasn't it?
Yeah. Yes.
I thought it was.
I liked the effects that they used, and like the fact that when he was getting hit with the kendo stick, you'd have the paint on the kendo stick and shit. That was awesome. But personally, I thought the match was terrible.
Hey, Matthew, somebody in the chat wants to know if you can tell us who Hulk Hogan teamed up with in the first main event of WrestleMania.
I don't remember.
You weren't alive, but that's why they were asking. So,
I pitied a fool.
Matthew, now I know I think we've asked you this before. Do you do anything on social media, like content wise, or?
No, I don't. I don't do any YouTube videos or anything.
You
You
don't
should.
do TikTok or anything?
I go on Instagram.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
What's your Instagram handle?
Like my name,
Yep.
Matthew Holland.
So it's Matthew Holland on Instagram.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Gotcha. Awesome.
There you go, guys.
Oh.
Follow Matthew on Instagram if you want to see some funny shit.
And then Matthew, we greatly appreciate you joining with us as always. You always make the chat very, very fun, very lively. We love having you in here. Super funny, man. We are going to close out tonight. Did you want to say anything before we close out?
Thanks for letting me in the chat, and thanks for answering my questions, and thanks for being good guys.
And don't forget, girls, God, and pro wrestling.
Right. I love you, Scotty Claus.
Uncle Chase loves you too, nephew.
Love you too, Uncle Chasey.
All right, Matthew. Have a good night, sir.
Take care, my dude.
Fucking. I had him with the Uncle Chase, man, but he got me with the Uncle Chasey. Oh man. I fucking love this community too, Gears. I do too, man.
If it wasn't for this community, I probably would have necked myself ages ago.
Yeah. Heard that. Wish it didn't, but it did. All right, guys.
This has been another wildly entertaining episode of the Post Dynamite Show.
Absolutely. And we
where
appreciate
shit has got off the rails.
Yes. And we appreciate everybody joining with us tonight. Love you guys so much. Appreciate you guys sticking with us. Stay tuned tomorrow night for the I-70 hot tag. And then also
with Chase
ABJ,
only.
Yeah. With
Chase only because it's
ABJ's watch alongs. Make sure you stay tuned for those and whatnot. So Scott, do you have anything to close us out with, sir?
Try the veal.
Try the veal. That's
yep.
And as always, ladies and gentlemen, I am Chase, CR Media. This is Scott, Razdark Wolf. And as always, good fight.
Good night.